Hey guys, Nick Ringus here, and today to end the day, I want to go back through and recap some of the lessons learned during our team call. So today, well, as you know, a couple of days ago, I posted a video about losing a client. That happened about a week ago now. And then I've been posting videos about it since, or at least mentioning it. And today was the team call, the first team call that I was on that we actually forecasted our numbers for the month of January after losing the client. So it was really good to see that everybody came together and we were able to figure out a way to turn a profit and pay our monthly loan payments, principal and interest, and still come out ahead. So even though we lost a client worth nearly $20,000 in monthly recurring revenue to us, obviously that hurt, but the good thing about the great game of business is being able to come together once a week and to preemptively, well, in this case, it was after the fact, but before the end of the month, before we lose money for January, we were able to do something about it. And that's exactly what happened today. It was good to see that we could work together. We could move some money around, wait on some investments and some marketing initiatives that we wanted to start. A training course that we were going to pay for this month, we were waiting till next month to pay for. So we were able to turn a profit and pay our bills, our debt payments in January, even though we lost this big client only about a week ago. So that was excellent. It's not something that you want to, sometimes it's not something that people might want to show their team, is that, that the company is not always, it's not always sunshine and rainbows, right? Sometimes they need to learn from when we're not doing well or going through adversity as to what the real world of business really is like. And I think that's one of the best takeaways from the great game of business. The best benefit is that, like I've said before, it one way or another, people will learn the business and learn that their pay and their salary and their job security and their financial future with regards to working at this agency or an open book company will rely on the company's health and financials. There's no way around it. At first, some people don't get it. Some people get it right away, and they have the ownership mentality right out of the gate, right when you give them the opportunity to do so. And other people, it takes situations like this, like losing a client and having to work through how you're going to make payroll and how you're going to pay for all these different things in business, deliver on clients, and also make your monthly debt payments and still have a little bit left over for the financial security of the company. So I was pretty evident, and I saw some light bulbs go off today, because at the end of the call, I opened it up for final thoughts, and someone said, it really doesn't feel good that the company's in it's just in a tough spot right now. And they asked about the pay in our annual plan, and in the annual plan, they saw that, because we just finalized the annual plan, and they saw that we don't have much of an increase in payroll over the year, and they asked about that. And I thought it took some, at first I thought, wow, it takes guts to ask about pay when we just lost a huge client and you know exactly the type of situation the company's in. But then I understand that they're just not really getting it yet, and it was more of a teaching moment. So my answer was, well, your pay is tied to revenue and tied to these clients paying us. So the payroll is going to be, and any equipment that we buy for people, any benefits, salaries, is really tied to the revenue. And it's going to be a certain percentage of that revenue, and it has to stay within a certain percentage of that revenue for us to remain financially healthy and secure. I guess that person didn't really like this answer. It didn't sit well with them. They just didn't leave it at that, because they began to realize, well, like, if our salaries and pay and are tied to the revenue, then why don't we just bring on another salesperson or bring on somebody to work in marketing that will help us with that, even though we don't have the money to do so. It's probably something like where we have to spend money to make money. And again, another learning opportunity, another teaching moment. And I really needed our people to understand that we're going to win or lose together. There's no one on the outside coming to save us. There's no one from the outside that we can hire that will magically come in and solve all of our issues. It's almost, that mentality was as if the person was waiting for someone on the outside to provide for them and to pay them, to provide for them and make sure that they had everything that they needed at work. Whereas in this company, in an open book company, it's on us. It's on every single one of us to come up with ways to make the company more healthy and more financially secure, so that each of us has job security. So just to recap, through this kind of adversity of losing a client, it's a challenge that forced us to grow, each of us in a different way. And some people are just starting to realize the truth of it, and they might not stick around. Maybe they don't like it. Maybe they want, someone to take care of them and them not to worry about the company's health. But other people, I'm hoping, will see, like, because of this, now it's in their hands and no one's coming to save them, so they have to step up and do something different and think about ways to drive more revenue to the company, keep clients happy, increase profit, cut costs where we have to cut costs, and really start thinking like an owner. And it's all because of this challenge is forcing all of us to deal with it in different ways. And I think the healthy way is for us to come out on the other end of this with more of an ownership mentality. But who knows? Maybe some people don't get it and they end up leaving for another place, and that's totally fine, because at our agency, our people are going to have ownership mentality. At the end of the day, every single person on our team is going to be responsible for contributing and impacting our critical numbers and doing whatever they can to help the company succeed and stay financially healthy and strong. And only that way will they have the financial security and the job security that they're looking for. And it all comes back to them to see what all of us can do to make the company better, not just the owner. Every single one of us is going to need to think like an owner. And so, just in closing, we had a challenge where we lost a big client. We have open book management where everyone knows exactly how the company is doing at any given time. And then everyone sees, or they should see, and I'd help them see how they can impact the critical number and impact the company's success. And then it's up to them to see if they're going to step up and do what needs to be done, get creative, get resourceful, or not. So anyway, that was the lessons learned today, and some hidden benefits of open book management is in times of adversity, seeing how people either grow or not, and seeing how they handle adversity and what they do with it. So it's telling, but it's definitely a good thing. In the end, it will be a good thing. So, all right, guys, remember, people support what they help create. If you have any questions or comments, don't hesitate to reach out, and thank you again for watching.